Hey there, my name's Todd Brinkman, and I'm the founder of VR Ministry or Virtual Reality Ministry. And I'm really excited today to launch VR Ministry as an organization. This will be the world's first VR ministry of its kind. And we're not a church. We're going to be helping local churches and organizations create local VR prison ministries and VR senior living ministries, for example. And I'm excited to launch that into the world here in the spring of 2022. And to really get things launched, we're going to jumpstart everything by creating the world's first large-scale VR community project right here in East County, San Diego. And I call it the VR Prayers Project. And the intention of this is twofold. First of all, it's to really inject Main Street values and Christian values into the conversation of virtual reality. And I'm excited to do that with our whole community of literally hundreds of people. And the second mission is to get you into the conversation of hyper innovation and the fact that we are moving into a new technological era, and we can use these new tools for good. And we're going to start that process in this particular project. So in the next 3 to 4 minutes, I'm just going to explore what we're doing in this project. And there are more resources at vrprayersproject.com. So first of all, what is this VR Prayers Project? And I'm excited to really introduce to you an idea that has really been on my heart since 2016. And this is the idea of bringing somebody in a hospital room to somewhere else where they can really feel connected, loved, and even empowered. And we're going to be doing that in this particular project. So as far as we can tell, no one's ever done this at a community level before. So this isn't my event, my church thing. This is us as a group. It'll be a combination of city governments, elected officials, chambers, dozens and dozens of churches, and well over 100, 200 people. And I'm just so excited to be launching this particular project. And there are 3 big parts. We're going to cover 2 in this short video. The first one is the fact that we're going to be creating hundreds of VR prayers, and then we're going to be safely delivering them into the community. And let's take a quick dive into each of these. And we have a ton of books and courses and curriculum to take a deep dive into all of this, but let's just take a quick glance at the 3 types of VR prayers. The first one are personalized. I call them 360 personal prayers. And then we have 360 community prayers. And then the third type, which are not 360 videos, this is the VR world type stuff that you've been hearing about, like the metaverse. And those are called VR prayers. So just real quickly, 360 personal prayers, again, are customized. They're personalized, and it gives the person viewing the experience is the feeling that they're somewhere else, and it's created just for them as a person. This is a great opportunity to take a VR prayer trip for hospital patients, even isolated seniors and prison inmates, for example. 360 community prayers are radically different because it's not designed for any one person. It's designed for the whole community, or maybe all of the seniors and a Christmas message, for example. But in creating a 360 community prayer for hospital patients, I like to think of it as a menu of hope. Is it maybe just a terrible day? Somebody from the hospital or maybe a ministry person comes in and hands them a headset, they put it on, and they really are offered a menu of hope where they can pick local parks and gardens and churches to pray from before their treatment, and even hear encouraging messages from Christian leaders in their local community. The third type are VR prayers. This is where let's say example, hospital patient, again, will put on a headset and they're going to go into a VR world. This is not a 360 video. It's a live and interactive environment where they're going to be in the real world, or I call the real reality, or in a virtual reality. And in this experience, they're going to join it as their avatar or their digital twin. And in this example, to carry it forward, a hospital patient's going to put on a headset. They're going to go into the real world, and they're going to realize, yeah, I'm at a local church. I'm in the front row, and all these people are next to me, and we're praying together. And that's what praying together in the real reality looks like. The second type is a VR world, and this is a shared environment, maybe on Mars or some fantasy place, or something that looks like maybe a medieval church where the person who needs prayer goes into this experience, and then loved ones or maybe friends or people from the men's ministry can go into this medieval church and they can pray together. So there's 3 great ways to create VR prayers. And up next, we're going to talk about safely delivering these VR prayers just super quickly. And again, there's a lot of books and curriculum, and we're going to provide examples on social media of how to do this in your community. So to safely deliver VR prayers, you're going to need VR stations. And these are static stations, mobile stations, and themed rooms, for example, in a hospital room or a hospice home or senior living business, for example. And the next part is the delivery. This is where it's a 3-stage process of talking to the person ahead of time. Like, hey, I know as an inmate, you haven't seen your grandkids in a couple of years, and you're going to put a headset on, and they're going to give you a birthday message. And it's been approved by law enforcement, and it may be kind of emotional for you. You know, if they've grown and you haven't seen them in a while, and this isn't a picture or a video, you're actually going to feel like you're with them at a Christmas tree. And that's going to happen in about 2 minutes. So let's talk about it. And so you can get them set up. And then when that's done, you can put the headset on them, which would be the delivery part. And you can put your hand on them or hold their hand. Just let them know you're there. And then once they take the headset off, they're ripping one reality off of another. And this is important in the post-delivery, where maybe a senior really feels connected to God in this amazing experience. And then when you take the headset off, they realize they're all alone in their room back at a senior living home, for example. And lastly, it's important to have a lot of considerations in mind. We want to keep people safe when they view these experiences. So we want to make sure that they're physically going to be okay. And the medical considerations maybe include their medications. Maybe they're nauseated from the medication, or maybe they need to be sitting down or laying in a bed, just things like that, just to be aware of it. And there are mental health considerations, and those should be done with mental health professionals. And always create and deliver your experiences with the proper permissions of the people in the videos. And you want to make sure you have the copyright permissions, especially with music and things like that. But to wrap things up here real quickly, I'm just so excited to start your virtual reality journey. And as a community, we can do a lot of good with our new tools. And there's nothing wrong with the big tech. I'm not here to bash big tech in the world. I just know we can insert our values on a local level. And that's why I've created VR Ministry. Is it's not my church. I see this as us. This is a we thing. We go into the world, and we're not going to let China and Asia and all these other countries dictate the next 100 years. We're going to start the VR Prayers Project to insert our values into the VR conversation. We have something to say, and we can do it as a community. And we're going to show the world how we can use VR to help others really feel loved, connected, and empowered. And that's how I feel as a Christian. And I know a lot of us feel that way on main streets across the United States. So for more information, go to vrprayersproject.com. And if you would like to take a deeper dive, go to vrprayers.com to take the VR Prayers online course. If you'd like to check out more information, visit our Facebook and LinkedIn pages. This is going to be just flooded with interviews and real life examples and testimonials and media spotlights and all of this great content that you can learn to create your own VR prayers for your loved ones and people in your community. And lastly, just make sure that if you have any questions, make sure you email me, and my email directly is info@vrministry.com. And to just wrap things up, it's been an honor for me to spend just a few minutes with you and introducing this topic to you. And I'm excited to really join with you, and step by step in creating the world's first VR large-scale community project.